Okay, in this video tutorial, I will show you how to set up and configure multi-area OSPF. Okay. An OSPF network can be divided into subdomains called areas. An area is a logical collection of OSPF networks, routers, and links that have the same area identification. A router within an area must maintain a topological database for the area to which it belongs. The router does not have detailed information about network topology outside of its area, thereby reducing the size of its database. If you see this topology, we have router 1 here and router 2 and router 3. Okay. From here to there, router 1, this is called area 0, OSPF area 0. And then from Ethernet 2 to router 3 in this area, this is called OSPF area 1. So router number 2 is going to be like area border router or ABR. Okay, or let me see, it's called area border routers. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so this router number 2 is going to become area border router because it's gonna have area 0 to the left and area 1 to the right. Okay. Designing a network using multi-areas give network administrator an easy network to troubleshoot when something goes wrong. For example, facility 1 is OSPF area 1, and then facility 2 is OSPF number 2. This gives you the ability to isolate network problem to a site or facility levels. Okay. You can conserve router resources as a specific router in a given area only has to maintain the database for that configured area. However, area border router, which is here in router 2, maintain a copy of the entire OSPF topology. Therefore, this router needs to be able to handle such performance requirement. For example, you need to have high-end routers or high-end switches. According to the online poll done by the highly respectable Network Media website, show that the average OSPF network contains about 50 areas. Keep in mind that not every single building has to be its own OSPF area, but a general rule of thumb when designing OSPF is that a single area could contain up to 250 routers and a few hundred intra-area routers. Okay, so how do you set it up and configure this one? I'm using GNS3 and Quega routers. I will show you how to set up this environment in a separate video. Okay, since I'm using Ubuntu, here I'm using Ubuntu operating system, and I'm using GNS simulation for Linux. Okay. Also, I'm using Quega. Quega router is a simulation router. It's like a Cisco routing, but it's an open source. So I can download this router and then import it to the GNS3, then I set it up in this router. So let me show you how the configuration work. Okay, I'm gonna name this router 1, router 2, and router 3. On router 2, I'm gonna have to interface Ethernet 2, Ethernet 1, and Ethernet 2. Ethernet 1, you have 172.16.0.2/16. That's going to be the IP address of this interface, E1. Okay. In E2, I'm going to assign an IP address of 192.168.0.1/24. Okay. That's in router 2. In router 1, I'm going to have two Ethernet interface. E1, which is connect to here, which is in the area 0, I'm going to assign this E1 172.16.0.1/16. Okay, and the E0 I'm going to put 10.0.1.1/24. Then in router 3, which is in area 1, this is called area 1, I'm going to assign two Ethernet interfaces. The Ethernet interface that directly connected to router 2, which is area border router, I'm going to assign this 192.168.0.2. Remember, this is in the .1 and this is .2, and they are in the same subnet. Okay, and then on the Ethernet 0, I assign an IP address 90.10.0.1/24. You have to be careful when you configure border routing, area border router, because if you accidentally put this /16 instead of /24, then you won't be able, the OSPF multi-area will not work. So you got to be careful here. Remember, this is .16, this is /16, which is 255.255.0.0, and this is a class C, which is 255.255.255.0. So this is /24. Okay, so just to review a little bit more, this is going to be in area 0 and this is going to be in area 1. Alright, thank you.